Wendi Dee with Pure Jeevan, and today we're going to make all kinds of pastas. And I've received a lot of questions about how do you make the different pastas, and the video there where Jim had shown a little bit about the pasta, people had a lot of questions. So we're going to go into detail today. First I'm going to show you how to make pasta with this little mechanism here. It's called a spiruli, and we'll give you directions how to find that later. But I like this for soft vegetables. As a raw foodist, if you make pastas that are too thick, then they're kind of really hard and crunchy and it's not really like a pasta. But if you use a soft vegetable like a zucchini on something like this, it turns out great. So I'm going to show you how to do real quickly. This is a zucchini, it's a pretty big one, and I've chopped off the ends, made it flat, and then I've just peeled it, and then I'll check it out what happens. You just hook it, there's a little device, this is really sharp, you don't want to touch this with your fingers, but this is really sharp, and then I'm just going to hook this in here, and secure it on the end. And then I'm just going to hold my finger out on the side here and then just crank. And it's going to come out the end up here. And my friend Melissa is filming this for me. And so Melissa, can you show them the pasta coming out? Is it coming out? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And with this machine here, you get a little bit of a center core that's left over that you can chop up. You could still eat it, of course. There's not a lot of waste when you make this. I'm just going to go ahead and do this whole zucchini so you can see how much it makes. And when you make the pastas, you want to coat them with a little bit of salt and let them sit for a while, because the salt will help soften them up. And then you'll have, it'd be like al dente pasta, the texture of it. Right now it's a little firm and crispy, but when it sits with the salt on it, it will soften up. And I'm going to sit this off to the side while we make some other ones and show it to you again later where you can see how soft it gets. That's that. See, it makes this long, kind of funky core. You could do something fun with that probably. But anyway. So I'm going to put this in a dish, coat it with a little bit, look at this, isn't this beautiful? This is more like a spaghetti than an angel hair. The other machine that I'm going to show you does angel hair. And so this here I'm going to coat it with some salt and then sit it off to the side, and it can soften while we're making these other ones, and you can see how much it's soft. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to use a simple peeler, vegetable peeler, to make pasta, and Jim was showing that in the other video. And you just use your peeler and just kind of peel. Then you can slice these thinner if you want it, like this, and then soften them with salt, and you'll get kind of like a fettuccine kind of noodle. And this is the ceramic peeler, and this makes really fine slivers. And I really like how fine that is. Okay, so we used the peeler. I ended up using the ceramic one because I really like the fineness of it. And I didn't do the center part where it gets the little seeds. It's not that much that's left over from that big piece of zucchini. And so this is what it looks like. And I've added a little bit of salt. It's already starting to break down and soften. So I'm just going to put this on our platter, and we'll make our next one. So here is the pasta making device that we showed you in the last video. And I love it. I use it all the time. But this device doesn't make things too thick, so you can use hard vegetables like the beet, any kind of root vegetables that are really hard, carrots, to make pasta, and they're really easy to eat. And because you can chew down, they feel like pasta when you've softened them with salt. So I'm going to show you a whole bunch of different ones and different ways to do it. This device makes either angel hair pasta or ribbon pasta. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you some ribbon pasta. Carrot. It has a little spot in the center. I don't know if you can see it. This here, you just kind of secure your vegetable on there. And then there's a little blade, and I have this little part turns. If you want to make angel hair, you hold the blades up, and if you want to make ribbon, you hold it down. So I'm going to make some ribbon. So we'll push that down. You secure it in place, and just press. This should make ribbons. I'm pressing down fairly firm. I'm just spinning around. It looks like there was a slice in the bottom of the carrot. If there's a little bit of a you see here with the carrot at the bottom, it must have had a little bit of a slice in it, and so then it would make individual little curly rounds. And these are, you can kind of call them seashell shaped when you eat them, shell pasta. So we're gonna put that over here. A little bit of salt. Okay, maybe that was. And when you make the fatter pastas, you know, the wider ones rather than the spaghetti shape or the angel hair, those are the pastas that taste really good with really rich sauces, like an Alfredo sauce might be a little overpowering on a linguine or an angel hair kind of pasta. But on this really fat pasta, it tastes really great. So we'll do a beet next. This is a beautiful golden beet. And so we're going to try to do some ribbons with this one, we'll see. When you do the ribbons again, you make sure that the little blades are turned over. I'll show you in here. There's still carrot pieces in there. When you hold them up like this, the blades are up here, then that's going to make an angel hair. And when you slide them down, then that makes a ribbon. So let's see if we can get some ribbon out of this golden beet. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Get these long kind of ribbons. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so this is the beautiful golden beet ribbon. And this would taste really good with maybe like an Alfredo sauce on it. Something really rich on top of it. So I'm just going to put this off to the side. Coat it with a little bit of salt to make it soft. I'm going to do a red beet. And I'm going to make an angel hair with it. And I'm remembering when we first got this one, I had borrowed Melissa's, who's doing the filming. I had borrowed Melissa's spiralizer, and it worked great. And then when we bought this one for ourselves, I had wanted to sample it. That's why I had bought hers. And so when we bought this one, it wasn't really slicing the individual strands of like angel hair style pasta. They weren't really separating. And so I noticed that the blade in here, this long blade here, it was kind of stuck up a little too much. And so I just used, I don't remember what I used at the time, it was something hard, and I pressed it down a little bit more, and so then it cut it a little closer, and it works great now. We've never had a problem with it since. So if you get it and your angel hair is not separating, go ahead and try to bend that blade down just a little bit. But anyway, look at this pasta, sorry. This is pretty. I love beet angel hair pasta. And this again tastes great with an Alfredo sauce on it.
That's gorgeous.
Okay, now we're going to do some angel hair pasta with zucchini. I can show you the difference. This is the beautiful angel hair pasta made with zucchini. And of course, if you could peel it even more so that none of the green showed up. But isn't this beautiful? Oh, yeah. And now look at this compared to this is the spiralizer, and this makes angel hair size, and this is from the spiruli, and this makes like spaghetti size. But already, you can already see this softening. Look at how soft it's getting. And the same thing will happen with this. This won't be so firm. After I add a little bit of salt, it'll start breaking down and softening. Look how beautiful. It's fun to play with too. And I'm going to show you what happens when you can make little rounds. You know how the carrot earlier was just little kind of seashell shapes? You can do that on purpose. You can do it. So if you have something small, like narrow, it's probably not going to make long ribbons, like that happened with the carrot. It just makes little slices. But you can do that on purpose even if you have a bigger vegetable by making one little slice down into it. So I've sliced down in to the center, just one slice, and then I put it on the setting that will make ribbons. And now I'm just going to roll through that. I only have a small piece. See, it makes little shapes. And so you can make these as decorations.
Sorry.
And then look here, you can use it as like a decoration.
That is so neat. I actually never knew that.
Oh, you didn't? Mm-mm. No, and you can do lemons like this too, where you fold it backwards. You gotta put it on a dish like this, see? Imagine that you have a dish there, you want to make it fancy.
It's so pretty.